Artificial intelligence. Sounds fancy, right? Like something out of a movie with robots. But it's here, folks, and it's changing how we work. Tools like ChatGPT, they write stuff for you, answer questions, even pretend to be your dead dog on the internet. But convenience often comes at a price. Every time you use it, it's learning. It gobbles up information like a raccoon in a dumpster fire. And sometimes it misuses that information. These AI tools are trained on mountains of data. Words, code, even music. But where does all that data come from, and who has access to it? Before sharing secrets with ChatGPT, consider the risks. The last thing you want is for your business to become a cautionary tale in the AI revolution. AI tools are like hungry hippos. They need constant feeding to function. And that food? It's your data. Every email, every document, every awkward message you sent to your boss after one too many margaritas, it can all end up being gobbled up by these AI systems.
Here's how it works. When you use an AI tool and feed it information, it uses that data to train itself. It's like showing a dog a million pictures of a cat and saying, "See, this is a cat." Except instead of identifying cats, AI uses your data to learn how to write, translate, or even generate code.
Now you might be thinking, so what? It's not like they know it's data. And you'd be right, sort of. These companies anonymize data, removing obvious identifiers. But here's the catch. Anonymizing data is like trying to disguise a giraffe in a library.
The more data these AI tools have, the better they get at what they do. But it's a double-edged sword, because all that data, even when anonymized, can potentially be pieced back together. And that, my friends, is where the real danger lies.
So, you've poured your heart out to ChatGPT, sharing your deepest fears, your hopes, your secret recipe for the world's best tuna casserole. But who else has access to that information? It's like that old saying goes, if you're not paying for the product, you the product.
These AI companies, they have access, obviously. They need it to train their models, remember? But it's not just them. Sometimes third-party contractors or researchers might get a peek behind the curtain. And let's not forget about our good friends, the government.
Now, before you start building a tinfoil hat and living off the grid, it's important to remember that these companies have a vested interest in keeping your data safe. After all, who wants to use an AI tool that leaks like a sieve? They use encryption, access controls, all sorts of fancy security measures to protect your information. But even with all those precautions, there's always a risk.
It's like locking your door but leaving the key under the welcome mat. It might deter the casual thief, but someone who wants in is going to find a way.
Section 4. A tangled web. Partnerships and data sharing in the AI landscape. Remember when your mom told you not to talk to strangers? Well, the same rule applies in the world of AI, except these strangers are actually giant tech companies with names like Microsoft and Alphabet.
Building a powerful AI is expensive, so these companies team up, forming partnerships that pool their resources and, you guessed it, their data. ChatGPT, for example, is partnered with Microsoft. Gemini, that's cozying up to Alphabet.
These partnerships can be beneficial, leading to more innovative and powerful AI tools, but they also raise concerns about data privacy and security. Data on the loose, detecting unwanted uploads. You've heard the horror stories. Companies accidentally leaking sensitive data. How do you know if your company's information has taken an unscheduled trip? Put on your detective hat and do some digging.
Check those privacy policies. Look for data sharing, third-party access, or AI training mentions. If you see something, say something. Send a strongly worded email to customer support.
Do a little online sleuthing. Search your company's name with the AI tool. See what comes up. You might be surprised by what you find.
Talk to your IT department. They can help you implement security measures. Think of them as your data bodyguards.
Section 6. Playing it safe, best practices for responsible AI use in business. So, how do you safely navigate the wild world of AI without accidentally turning your company into a data breach headline? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are some best practices to keep in mind.
First and foremost, educate yourself and your employees. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to AI. Make sure everyone understands the risks involved and how to use these tools responsibly.
Next, establish clear guidelines for AI usage. What kind of data is okay to share? What's strictly off limits? Having a written policy will help prevent any unfortunate mishaps.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your AI tools. That way, if one company has a data breach, your entire business won't go down with the ship.
And finally, always remember, AI should be a tool, not a crutch. Use it to enhance your work, not replace it entirely. Because at the end of the day, it's still humans who are in charge. At least for now.
Stay vigilant, my friends. The future of AI is here, and it's up to us to shape it responsibly.